Hi everyone. I decided to do a quick live questions and answers session, and I will do this up until 10 o'clock. And then I really need to go to bed. I haven't put out any videos today. It's been a hectically busy day, and I would like to see how many people will come on in the last live stream. We got many people on. Uh, We've got people coming on now. Thank you very much. Hi. So this is a question and answer session. So you can fire away and ask me any questions that you want. Our viewers are climbing fast. Hi, Brian. Hi, Alex. Hi, Jureta. Tonic69. Hi. Um, yeah, so 2 days away for the members to have that live chat. I'm really looking forward to that live chat at 8 on Thursday. And just in the questions, people consider the things that are no-nos. So ask me other questions. Um, yeah, so just remember the platform that we're on right now. We almost got 100 people on here. Hi, Jacques, Claudia, Sapiwu, Teresa, Anti-Marxist, Jackie, Carmen, Paul, T. Christy, Anamart, Carrie, hi, Beata, Marilyn, Kathy, Cedric, Maika, Hitchcock, hi. Um, Yes, I was in a long Zoom session earlier. I don't know how many of you were also in there, but I decided because I didn't put out any other videos today to do this question and answer session. Was just doing research on keeping rabbits for meat and saw you come up. Hi, Kathy. Rabbits, yeah. I suppose that'll be a sensitive topic for many people. Cute, fuddly little things, but yes, many people have seen rabbits as a source of food. And yeah, I don't know. I'm not a rabbit expert, so I don't know the feasibility or the viability of that. No one sabotaged ESCOM, Teresa. So I'm not sure what you mean by that. Are you talking about in general the organization? Since what year, Teresa? Just give me a bit more information. Hi, Lee. Mari, Erika, wil net gou weet hoe werk. Môre se Zoom het nog nie deelgeneem aan Zoom nie, het betaal en gemail. Erika, you will get an email with the link tomorrow. So all the links are going to be sent out tomorrow for the Zoom meeting, and then you will be able to join that Zoom, and you have to register for the Zoom meet for Zoom. So when you get the link, you go in, you register, but when you have the link, you have everything. So just don't share the link with other people. Remember that video will be recorded. So all these Zoom meetings are recorded. I upload them into the members section afterwards. Okay. Okay. Any other questions? The rabbit hole. I didn't come up with the idea of the rabbit hole. The reason why there's this rabbit hole concept is because the rabbit hole goes into so many different directions that people aren't sure where the rabbit's going to pop out next. Alex, yes, you can join the Zoom for tomorrow. If you, yes, you're not a member, so you can join the Zoom. Just send, it must be tonight. Just send confirmation through to the email as required in the flyer. Okay. I'm pretty sure that Lauren extended it on the flyer. I haven't read the details. Okay, she says that she did. Too many questions will need a day and a braai. Hi, Johannes. Yeah, that sounds good. I do need a break. Things are very, very intense at the moment. There's a lot happening. I'm having discussions with many people and many other things that I'm involved in. That's serious. Needs a lot of my attention. Teresa, I thought maybe this ESCOM was. No, it wasn't. Teresa, I put out a video where I said what actually happened. So, did you watch the video, Teresa? It wasn't sabotage. They were doing a normal operation that I have done many times before as a turbine or plant operator, where they were replacing hydrogen in the generator with CO2, and then they replace it with normal air. And there was still a percentage of hydrogen in the generator. So either the process wasn't followed completely, or the analyzers that actually analyze hydrogen content didn't work correctly. I think the investigation will let us know whether it was a combination of the two or one of the two. Okay. Okay. Then Lee says, wow, there's some dodgers out there. Been schooling them live. Grr, liars make me R. Truth keeps me at peace. Seeker of truth are good to be here. Phew. Okay, Lee. I'm glad that this can give you some reprieve. Hi, Liz. Yeah, this channel, I felt kind of forced into starting the channel. It wasn't really much of a choice. With the things that I knew at the time, I knew that I had to do something. I couldn't keep quiet anymore, and look what it's resulted in. It's a large community of people, and now I believe the membership communities might be over 720 members already. So that's incredible, and then over 33,000 subscribers, over 4 million views, which is incredible for a channel of this size. This channel's not that big. But for its size, it's got by far the most views. So the people on this channel really share the videos far and wide, and I really want to thank you for that. Um, I don't know what's going to happen to Anthony Fauci. Yeah, I think it's probably safe not to comment on that too much at this stage. Yes, I think he has a lot of protection. Let me just put it that way. Okay. Rabbits are very high in protein. Good eating, small amount is very filling. Okay. I remember as a child, I once ate a rabbit pie that a brother of my grandfather made that lived close to us. And yeah, he kept rabbits. So I've once eaten rabbit pie as a child, but never since. Kylan, hello, there's our community is trying to reconcile with the neighboring township after the unrest to repair relations. Do you have any advice for crossing cultures towards unity? Kylan, yes, simple. First, respect people, listen to them, speak to people, get to know them by name, call them by name. It always helps if you can speak to someone in their language. If you can't, respect the culture, ask them about their cultural beliefs, how to address them, who you should speak to. And it's incredible that people have built up so many barriers when you, as an individual, can break down all those barriers in one day. And it's actually not that difficult. It just takes putting biases in your back pocket and then wanting a solution, because there's many things that happen in KwaZulu-Natal that was wrong. I don't know if you live in KwaZulu-Natal or where you're from, but certainly speak to the people in the area and just speak to them. You know, myself and my family, we've been in informal settlements a lot. My kids have been on the roofs of people's houses trying to help uh, repair rain sheets and so on. Um, so it was a normal part of life for us to get to know people in informal settlements that struggle when it rains. You know, there's no rainwater drainage systems in most of those areas. It hasn't been constructed at all. So yes, there's a lot of work that needs to be done to firstly make sure that people have land, and the government has so much land that they are just keeping for themselves. It's madness. I mean, it should belong to the people, right? So we should be able to make it possible for people to have access to land, and at the moment, that's not the case. Um, yeah, and then you get people like the EFF that want to keep all the land for themselves. Makes no sense to me. Um, Oh my word, there's a whole lot more that came through now. All over the media, they're pushing this climate change warnings really hard. I listened today on 702 Spot On, as you explained. Jacques, unfortunately, that will become the mainstay. Please go and search for the video I did on Prince Charles, okay? And listen to it. The article linked to that video is most important. So go and read that article and listen to what Charles says. And I said that this will become the main theme. COVID will be nothing. Charles said so himself. He said that COVID-19 will be nothing compared to what is coming when he said that he was speaking for the committee. And when he did that, he spoke with authority. He got into trouble because he actually laid out the entire plan beforehand. And I could lay it out clearly. And I told people that this would happen at the beginning of last year already. because I understand the plan and how it's going to lay out. I don't know the timelines exactly, but the United Nations give us timelines. The World Health Organization often give us timelines. UNESCO gives us timelines in their documents. So just go and read the documents, and then you will understand the timelines at play. And a lot of people are very mistaken by looking at things in a South African perspective. You have to look at it from a global perspective. Jackie, no words on the replacement of the PCR test anywhere on mainstream. France seems to be extremely powerful in their stand. Jackie, this is interesting that the CDC is actually getting into trouble for this, because the video I put out that was removed came straight from the CDC. So yes, there's a lot of argy-bargy and fighting going on at this stage, and I see the CDC has made some interesting other statements. So it's best probably not to speak about it, to go look at their website, see what they have to say. I'm not going to make any comment on that further. Well, remember, there's many fall guys being created. Bill Gates was just one of them. Anthony Fauci would be another one. Remember, they are just pawns in a much bigger chess game, just like our President Cyril Ramaphosa. Well, I can tell you, Lee said using the tools against him, Zuma needed a spy. Jacob Zuma was the head of Mkonto Wesizwe intelligence, and so he's not a buffoon. Um, One thing I can tell you is that he's released all the information that he has. It's already in the public domain. He's given it to people via people that he know, and it's everywhere where it matters. And we're deciding what to do with the info at this stage. It's not the type of information you just put out into the public domain, because most of the public have been brainwashed so much that they will just dismiss it. But I mean, hard, factual evidence. Hi, Juliet. Hi, AJ. Um, okay, other questions. Let's see. AJ says we shouldn't focus more on what's happening in South Africa and don't get sidetracked. That's so important. We do the solution, we focus on South Africa, but with regards to the plan is a global one. So we need to focus on what's happening globally, because that'll be rolled out throughout the world, and South Africa will be a proving ground for many of these things. Bella too, Heides, do you know what the story is behind David Mabuza's health? And that he actually had to go to Russia. Sorry, maybe I missed it if you might have mentioned it. I have mentioned it before. Um, I've advised many of the channel members, and many of you are new, to go and watch Zooming with the Zumas, where Jacob Zuma is interviewed by Sandu Dezani. And I'm not making these people out to be superheroes or wonderful people or people that could lead our country or anything like that. But what they speak in those videos are facts, okay? So you need to go and listen to those videos, and then you will understand why Jacob Zuma had to go to Russia in the past, why he didn't trust flying on Nkwazi, why he had private jets on standby. I can speak for hours on the topic, and yeah, there's a lot to be said. I've said a lot in my private face-to-face meetings on that topic. So those that have attended those meetings, they will know. And I'll announce my first face-to-face Double O Days meeting soon. And it'll be on a Saturday. It'll be in the morning. On a morning, it'll be in Cape Town for now. And then I'll update you further. Rolo says climate change is a Club of Rome agenda. There's a lot more than the Club of Rome. The Club of Rome is one organization amongst many that falls under the committee of 300 people that are running the world for the council. Jackie says it's amazing that there is a SA platform. Feels quite lonely sometimes learning the truth. People think I'm nuts sometimes. I find posing logical questions work better. The advice I can give you is don't try and convince people that really believe in something differently. Start with yourself and prepare yourself for what is to come. So make yourself self-reliant first. If you're self-reliant and you have 3 months food and water supply, then you can start thinking about other people. But first, look after yourself. This is part of the plan. is for individuals to be self-reliant first. So please, wow, we have over 200 people watching now. So Jackie, please focus on yourself. And this is not a competition. Those people that make bad choices will live with the consequences. It's a natural state of law that you will face the consequences of your actions and choices. Suzette, hi all. Please remember to like the video. Yes, Suzette, I've forgotten to say that. Liking the video helps to drive the algorithm. And the questions you're asking is really great. And you haven't put me in trouble yet. Marjorie Shelley, do you think Zuma is in hospital to keep him away from the public as far as his court case is concerned? Because now the doctors have to the say so as whether he can appear in court. Um, you know, at this stage, if you were Jacob Zuma, what would you do? That's what I want to ask you, considering everything that is happening. Okay, I can tell you the Concord now they're pinching washers because they've asked now for a United Nations, and I will still do a video on this. I'll do it tomorrow. Has asked for a United Nations covenant on the fact that Jacob Zuma has not actually been tried. So he has now been sentenced without him being on trial. And this is against the UN covenant. So they actually asked for the different parties to use this UN covenant, which means that I think there were two Concord judges, besides the two that made a ruling against the Concord ruling, that realized that they made a mistake. Okay. A big mistake. I mean, a serious mistake. So, and once again, this has nothing to do with Jacob Zuma. It's got to do with what they did. That could happen to anyone. It could be you, me, whoever. Des, can you link the video where Prince Charles spoke about climate change? You can go search it in the channel. All I have to now do is do what you could have done. So go into the channel. I'm going in on a separate. I can see my own live stream going. So I go to YouTube Studio. In my case, you'll just go to videos and then search across the channel, and I put in Prince Charles. Something I do want you to consider. Okay, maybe they changed the name. Let me see, Charles. Have they removed that? Oh, there we go. So I put in Charles. You just type in Charles, and then it should come up. And there's the link. Now I go copy link. Now I come back to the live stream, and now I paste the link. There you go. But you could have done exactly the same thing, and you would have been able to get that. And read between the lines of what I just said now. There's a lot of people asking me to do things that they could help or ask other people to do or do themselves. I would really encourage you to not just ask someone to give you a link to something, but to actually go and find it. It actually works the gray matter a bit. It's sometimes not a bad thing. I don't know what the Marburg virus is all about. Hi, Brian. You're on the West Coast. Paul Peterson, what's in our favor in South Africa doesn't really obey very well. Good luck to the bunch of unsaid clowns that think they're in control. Paul, absolutely true. I'm glad you understand that concept because it's very important to understand that because we don't obey that well, it's very difficult to implement any kind of order amongst the people of South Africa. Daisy Hay. That's an interesting name. I actually prefer people to just use their normal names on here. I put my normal name out there to the world. My contact details are out there. So it would be really nice if I could call you by your name. And yeah, maybe one night I will just respond to people with their real names and their questions. Maybe I should start doing that. Brian Kruger, go to the Organic Humanity Movement. Absolutely. And you can get involved. That's a very simple answer. Thanks, Joan. I would like to know how our committee of 300 chosen. Anamart, I think it depends on what they need at any given point in time. You know, my father was an inventor, and there's a specific role that he could play that meant absolutely nothing because it was all based on this climate fear. And he was chosen for one simple reason: he had the solution that could replace the oil industries with this motor that he invented. And he was obviously courted by them, thought that this is a wonderful honor that his invention could make a difference to the world. Maybe he thought he could make a lot of money out of it. um, he never spoke about money. He lived like a pauper, or although he had assets. So yeah, it's difficult to actually reconcile that. But yeah, all the evidence is there. He was in Geneva, in Switzerland, in 1984, at the time when he said he was there. I've shown those documents to many people, or the evidence that he was there. I can't prove that he actually was involved in the committee directly, but the information he gave me, the fact that it happened uh, now in 2020, where did he get this info from? The fact that he said he was there and they discussed XYZ, he gave me a lot of detail, even detail that I'm not giving to you. Tomorrow night, I will start hinting at some of that. Um, and then I will start revealing more, because South Africa has been a testing ground in a much bigger way than most people can comprehend. Maybe some of you already have a thought with regards to that. But I want to end off soon. This was never going to be a very long session. Kuban, wat dink ek van Neildeber? Niks nie, Kuban. Niks nie. As jy my if you watched my wolves in sheep's clothing videos, then you will understand. You just test a person or an organization by all of those testing points, and then you'll know. If you're a channel member, you can go and watch that presentation. Yeah. I've been in the Garden Route a couple of times, Bronwyn 4 times already, but we will come there very soon again. Okay, we will announce when that happens. But I need to end off now. It's been a long evening. We've been online since 6 o'clock, and I decided to come. No, Suzette, you can still come into tomorrow night's meeting, but remember, you can that presentation will be uploaded for the members, and you are a member, so you can watch it afterwards. If you want to be in the meeting, send through an email with the requirements, and then you will get the link. Okay. You know, Akila Safedin, I couldn't care what those people are doing, because what we are doing on the ground is something that will withstand the test of time. A person, if everything is about a person, that person can die and then everything falls flat. So what we are doing is about individuals, and that's important. Hi, Juliet. Days, would you consider doing a video sometime on the Vanguard group and the BlackRock and how much they own? Juliet, these are important things for people to find out. The people that are ready, like yourself, have found out. I don't want other people to even be aware of that at this stage. I'll speak about that in my meetings, Juliet, but I don't think most of the people in the broader public are ready for that kind of information. The depth of information around what's happening there, and it's not just those groups in South Africa. There's many groups doing exactly the same thing, literally building whorehouses where there's no family anymore. There's no plan in the buildings for a mother, father, kids, or anything like that. So yeah, I call it whorehouses. Glorified whorehouses, expensive ones. Patricia, we will find out after the 26th of August what is going to happen. I am not a prophet or a soothsayer or any of that twat. I look at evidence on the ground. So I don't believe twat flying around on social media. I believe something when it happens. Does that make sense? I can only work with real evidence. How can we predict what's going to happen at a certain time when there's loads of people trying to stop bad things from happening? We have to assume that they have no power. So I really need to start finishing off now. Thanks to so many people for coming on. There's over 250 of us, and I hope that at least we we got some information out there. Mario Lee says, thank you, Des. I've learned so much from this channel. Super excited to find groups of people with their eyes wide open. People, please go to the Facebook group #Freedom SA and join there and say which area you're from and start meeting up with people in your area. There will be Freedom SA meetings across the country where people that want freedom will come together in at venues in their communities and just enjoy time in freedom. This is very, very important. It needs to happen across the country. There's nothing to stop you from doing that. So please get involved. Go to #Freedom SA. It's not a chitter chatter group. It's just about people coming together and spending time together. Okay. Okay, I think I'm going to close on. Hi, Salvin. How are you doing? I hope Salvin's doing well. You know, Salvin's been accused. He's been there from the beginning of being a troll and all sorts of other things, but he's been rock steady from the beginning. Thanks, Salvin, for coming into this live chat and for your continued support. Okay, but I need to get a rest. Tomorrow morning at 6, I'm up again. Yeah. Belinda, you can go and watch this afterwards now. So this live chat hasn't been that long, so you'll be able to catch up quite quickly. But people, remember, there's many videos on my channel you can go and watch. If you're new, go and watch the Question, Everything, and Moments in Time series. There's 2 playlists where you can go and watch those. There's many others to watch. All the info is there, except for the information I share specifically in my meetings. For the channel members, I go into a lot more detail. I show them things that no one else has seen before. And if you're a channel member, then you have access to that. And all of those videos and all of my presentations are loaded for the channel members. It's in the channel members playlist. And if you become a channel member, you can go and watch all of the past items and catch up. So thank you so much. No, you don't. You didn't miss everything, Belinda. You can go and watch it now when I'm done. Okay, you can watch everything. Okay, thanks, Jackie, AJ, and everyone else. Thanks, Salvin. Be safe. Your side. All the best. And thanks. If I don't see you say something, then I'm worried. What's happened to Salvin? So that's how rock solid you are. Thank you so much. Thanks, guys. I'm going to have a lot more of these quick chats in the evening around this time, and I hope you come onto these chats. We're over 250 people on now. It's really awesome, and thanks for sharing these videos. You know, this movement is really getting big, and so speak to your friends and family and tell them about what we are doing. Okay, okay, lekker slaap, and you can watch it now, Belinda. Keep well. Bye bye.